Hello, my oily friends. Today is Seasons of Hustle Bootcamp Day 27. We are continuing our journey through the ranks, and tonight we're discovering what it takes to get from gold to platinum. So huge congratulations to those of you who have achieved gold and are on your way to platinum. Now, once you've hit gold and maintained it for 3 months, you go on my favorite trip of all time, Gold Retreat in Spokane, Washington. So I can't wait for you to have that experience. So you have worked so hard to be here, to get here to this rank. You have developed leadership skills, you have developed time management skills, and you have a consistent work ethic. An average platinum paycheck is $13,872 a month. Talk about life change. Talk about some freedom. So what does it take to become a platinum? So you need 100,000 OGV. You need 4 legs at 8,000 OGV each. And then you need that 1,000 of PGV, which we've talked about the last several days in boot camp. So at this point, you know what all of those OGV and PGV items are. Ideally, at this point in your journey, you need to be having at least 1 to 3 silvers in your organization, multiple strong executives, and multiple strong senior stars. Hopefully, a lot of those are on your first level. Gold rank often becomes the tipping point in your journey. So don't settle into this leadership level. Continue and roll up your sleeves, dig in, and push forward to diamond and beyond. There is going to be some adjustments at this point in your journey, but you still need to maintain doing those 3 IPAs that we keep talking about. You need to be enrolling members personally, getting them on essential rewards, and teaching them how to share. So one of my favorite sayings is, you can lead a unicorn to the glitter party, but you can't make them sparkle. Okay, so what does this mean? This means you've done the personal development, you've spoken life into your business, you're speaking life into your team, and you've inspired them to follow your lead. You created the glitter party, and you are a sparkling gold. You could find it hard to push forward from this point unless you are intentional. Now you have to help your teammates. You have to find your unicorns and help them sparkle, and help them learn to sparkle on their own. Show them the path to their own glitter party. Transparency is going to help you here. Spotlight your success, but be sure you're also sharing the challenges that you've encountered along the way, even while you are still learning. Show them what you are doing to conquer those challenges. So teach them as you're learning yourself. This will help your builders on your team transition into leaders themselves. We don't want them to be followers. We want them to be leaders. We want to empower them to take off on their own. Your leaders have to be equipped to own their own sparkle. Remember to look 2 ranks ahead, so we need to be looking at diamond and making sure we have 5 growing legs. Ideally, you want at least 1 silver in each of your 4 legs, because it takes 4 legs to get to platinum. And you also want to have an emerging upcoming silver in your 5th leg. So be sure that you're focusing on that 5th leg as well as you're climbing towards platinum. So consistency, that word is sticking in your head throughout boot camp, I hope. Slow and steady wins the race. Keep doing what got you here. Incorporate new initiatives at the speed that allows your leaders to keep up. So I am really bad about, I can do 5 things at once and do many books and boot camps and things all the time. But my team, not everybody can keep up with that, because that's not everybody's personality. So I have to be careful to not do too many things at once. So be sure, if you have great ideas, to space them out and make sure you're doing them in time where your leaders can keep up. This job, as we call it, I mean, it is a job, but it's the best job on earth. I can't imagine doing anything else. It's going to have its moments. You will find that the path between these 2 ranks is going to bring new responsibility and new emotions. So the best advice I can give you is stick with it and get out your feelings kit. You are building an empire. It does not have to be done in one day. Get up each day and do the things that you need to do to get to your next goal. So what's going to keep you motivated? What is going to help you stay inspired at this point in your journey? At this point for me, it's looking ahead at that time freedom and that financial freedom that is just around the corner. It is so close. So we've hit platinum, but we haven't maintained it the entire time. So we are still kind of doing that bounce back and forth. So getting to platinum and maintaining that is a goal for us this year, and the financial freedom that would bring for us, that's what keeps me pushing forward. But maybe you need to look for some new motivations. Maybe you need to dream a little bit bigger, or maybe you need to rediscover your why. Follow those who you look up to help inspire you. So I have actually included a link at the top of this in the video description. Did you know that you can actually see all the diamonds, crowns, and royals on Young Living's website? So you can see a picture and their name. So what I did, and has really helped me to be able to find people who inspire me, is I went to I searched for all their social media pages, and I didn't friend request them all. I just followed them. So that way I can see their posts and I can see how they're doing their social media. And some of them, really speak life into the business right on their personal pages. So find some people that you connect with, follow them, and stay invested in the things that fill your cup. Your cup has to be full before you can help pour anyone else's. So be sure at this point that you don't take that away. You got to keep yourself going too. So, okay, sorry, my notes just went, disappeared. Okay, so at this point we want to be strategic as well. We're going to continue learning the compensation plan, teaching the compensation plan, and working strategic placement within our organizations. Help your team rank map as well. At this point in the compensation plan, you're going to need to learn generations, which is one of the parts of the compensation plan that maybe is not the easiest to learn, but once you do get it, it's like, oh, that's what that means. So be sure that you are checking that out and doing some trainings or reading some books on knowing about generations, because you're going to need to know that. We talk about investing in the product in every one of our rank videos, and I want you to do me a favor. In between gold and platinum, you will need your fillings kit. So I want you to go to Google and I want you to search Gary Young's Fillings Kit Protocol. You will thank yourself 1,000 times over for doing this protocol for 30 days and following it yourself. I know I sure did. And the emotions and the personal growth that it takes to get between these two ranks, that kit is going to be your best friend. So Valor is definitely something I increased a ton between these ranks. And I also discovered a new favorite. So a new favorite of mine during these ranks was Sacred Mountain. So Sacred Mountain is one that I don't think we talk a lot about, but I love wearing it over my chest, over my heart, and it's really helped in those time gaps where I needed some extra support. Also look into the aroma freedom technique if that's not something that you've looked into yet. Know and understand the emotional side of oils. I think often we get wrapped into all the things that are in the desk reference and the pocket reference and all of the chemistry, but we forget the emotional side. So you need these two books if you're going to look into the emotional side, and that's Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die, and Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. Those two books can be really life-changing, and the Feelings book also has an app, which is really great for on the go to look up things, because you can actually just type in and it will tell you what emotions go with whatever you're searching. It's really, really cool. So at this point, you absolutely are a product of the product, okay? You are using the products every day. Most of your ER is supplements and personal care products, a few oils that you need to replace because you've probably got most of the oils that you need, except for your staples that you run out of. So be sure that you're continuing to discover new products for you, and you're continuing to use products in different ways. So if you've used Clarity for 3 years and you are just applying it, try diffusing it, try switching it up. Somebody is asking in the comments, I typically don't answer questions during these trainings, but this is a question I do want to address. So I am going to answer this. So someone is asking if we suggest doing certifications for aroma freedom technique. So my personal opinion on certifications for AFT, care training instructors, that type of thing, to me, that can come once you're a diamond and you have that residual income and that time freedom that it's not going to take you away from your IPAs. So personally, I feel like you need to arrive at that level before investing in that. Now, you may have a personal opinion that's different than mine, and that's totally okay. It's your business. We totally get to decide how to be our own CEO and how to do this thing in the way that we want. But I do feel like when we stop with those IPAs, we lose some momentum. And so sometimes the momentum we lose can take a while to get back. So that is my personal opinion. Okay, Elite Express we have talked about, and this is your last level to earn Elite Express. So Platinum in 8 is going to be up for grabs. If you've just hit gold, you have 8 months. You can look at Young Living's website to see all of the prize details and how many amazing Essential Rewards points you're going to get on top of that, because the Essential Rewards points for Platinum are pretty good. So let's talk about the bottom line. Let's talk about what you need to be focusing on. You should now be putting in the most hours that you ever have in your business. You need to be personally connected with each leg as you are coaching them in order to grow these platinum legs and continue to grow them to diamond legs. You have to be investing in your leaders, investing in the relationships, investing in the training, investing in supporting, goal setting, vision casting. All of these things are required to lead a diamond team. And if you're headed towards platinum, you honestly are looking ahead towards diamond. So I know a lot of times in this video, we are kind of mentioning diamond instead of platinum, but they really are kind of hand in hand. You've got to really kind of see that vision going forward to get there. Start showing your team that you are a confident, reliable source of information. Be someone who is dependable, steady, and easily approachable. Find ways to draw your team together as a unified whole. This happens far more readily when our relationships are stronger with our leaders. So on a personal focus, make smart decisions about how to arrange your personal life so that you can make that push for platinum and for diamond. Whether it's bringing a spouse home, hiring help in a certain area, like a house cleaner, somebody to watch your kids for a few hours, you can do way many more IPAs in an hour or two that you would hire somebody than what it's going to cost you to take away from your business. So you have to look at those things, and you should have some financial freedom at this point to hire some of those things out. Do you need a personal assistant to hire a few hours a month to send out your mailings and do some of that back office stuff so you can focus on IPAs? Figure out what's right for you. Whatever it takes, treat this business like you are a CEO, because you are. You're the CEO of your organization. This is what we're shooting for. We are shooting to have that time freedom. We are the CEOs. We run our own business. We own our own business, and we have to act like it. We have to take control of it and make it what we want. So much continued personal development at this rank, okay? Seek out those who can sharpen you and make you better. Be teachable, yet confident in what you have already learned. Let the world know what you have to offer and to find a special niche going forward. You are headed towards not only being a part of your team, but a much bigger part of Young Living. So don't wait until you get there to figure out how you're going to contribute. So thinking that you have arrived and you can slow down here is a trap. So we've got momentum going and you think you're just going to coast to this rank. I'm here to tell you it's not going to happen. You are literally on the verge of incredible momentum, of life-changing abundance, and a huge impact on your team and a huge impact on the world. Don't wait until you figure out how you will contribute. Don't sell yourself short. This is a major goal and you can get there. Thinking things that will naturally progress once you hit platinum and beyond, that's not going to happen. It's a huge jump. People literally put their lives on hold to make this happen. Don't think you will be any different. If you want to take it slower, that's totally okay. But don't make excuses. Make a definite plan and move forward. So I can tell you on my personal journey from gold to platinum, it was a really big reach, and you have some teams that are growing faster than others. And so remember, you need 1.5 million OGV to hit Royal Crown Diamond. So wherever your team is growing, love on them, support them. It doesn't matter if one leg is outgrowing the others. So if you are somebody who needs just OGV to get to platinum, that is amazing that your legs are in place. Be sure you're looking at your diamond leg and you're continuing to grow that as well. And love on your team as a whole. If you need growth in a specific leg and you have the OGV, grow into those tips that we have in the book and that we've talked about in Bootcamp for growing in specific areas, and do a focus. Do a 30-day, a 90-day training with your team. I want you to get out and plan over the next year. What are some 30 to 90-day runs you can do with your team? So March is an amazing time to do that. So I like to do February, March, April is a really good time. And then August, September, October is a really good time right before we hit into the holidays. So think about how you can do that and maximize on summer. Don't get lost in the trap of, oh, it's slower in summer and that's just how it is. If you think that, that is what's going to happen to your team. So if you teach your team, summer's amazing because teachers are off school and people are going on vacation. So they need sunscreen, they need bug repellent, they need these things, the Bon Voyage kit. Teach travel classes. There's ways to make it interesting. Have barbecues, have firework 4th of July things. I mean, there's so many ways you can incorporate your business into every area of your life because this is a lifestyle business. So don't fall into those traps. Continue teaching, continue sharing. Make sure your team, you talk to them. So I love doing polls to my team and asking them what their needs are. What area do you need educated on? I give them 10 or 15 topics and they vote for which topics that they really want to learn about. So listen to your team. If they are wanting to learn about skincare and you're wanting to teach about the gut, they're really not going to listen about the gut if they want to know about skincare. So even if skincare is not your thing, it's time to learn it and plug in and do it. So talk with your team, find out their needs. Google Forms are a great way to do this as well. You can send out an email to your entire team and send out a survey and find out what their needs are. Find out what the needs are of your business builders. When you get first-time enrollers, reach out to them. Celebrate them. Ignite that kindling from below like we talked about yesterday. So there's a lot of tips in yesterday's video that you can use for this rank as well. And just keep thinking and knowing in your heart you are a diamond already. Diamonds are made under pressure, and this rank, this jump from 35,000 to 100,000, that's some pressure, okay? So it's preparing us for what diamond is and what we need to be as a diamond. Because I will tell you, if you jumped from gold to diamond, you wouldn't be ready, okay? There is a lot at diamond, a lot of pressure, but it's all good things. But people see you in a different light, and you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for the financial abundance. If you're not doing good with your finances, do you think you're going to be blessed with more finances to take care of? So you have to get things right within yourself, within your marriage, within your home, with your priorities, and with your team. So that's the biggest advice I can give you, along with everything else, is just keep digging into you, keep digging into that personal development, and you will hit platinum. You will walk that stage, you will be celebrated, and it is a huge, huge, huge accomplishment. 3 months of hitting platinum in a row, you'll earn Platinum Retreat, which is in Ecuador. So that is an amazing, amazing, amazing trip. I have not went on that trip yet, but I can't wait to experience it. I have so many friends who have been on that trip, and it is one of the things that people look forward to as a leader in this company. So you have arrived in so many ways at this point, but don't let it get to your head, okay? It's hard sometimes for that not to happen because there's so much momentum and there's so many things, and you log in and you have all these new members and all this OGV, but remember, you wouldn't be here without the rest of your team. Love on them, appreciate them, celebrate them, and then they will celebrate you. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging in here with me. We will see you tomorrow for what platinum and beyond looks like. So as we're chasing diamond, I'm going to share with you what we are doing different to chase maintaining platinum and on to diamond. And then we're going to be almost wrapping up boot camp. So we've got a couple more days left. And don't forget that huge announcement we have coming on the 31st. See you guys tomorrow.